A relation is a pairing of numbers in one set, called the domain, with numbers in another set, called the range. A relation is often represented as a set of ordered pairs, x, y. In this case, the domain is the set of x values, and the range is the set of y values. In our intro video in class, we discussed a special type of relationship called a function. And in a function, each value in the domain is paired with exactly one value in the range. And that's the key to being a function. Each x value is paired with only one y value. So let's look at the example below, where we're asked to identify the domain and range of each relation, represent the relation with a mapping, and then determine if it is a function. So remember the domain, and I'm just going to write D for domain, are all x values. So in set notation, we open our braces, and we want all x values. So when I look at each relation, each coordinate, I'm just going to focus on the x values, and I'm going to list the ones that exist from least to greatest. So that starts at 4.2. It's listed twice, but we're only going to write it once. Then we have 5 and 7. And now for our range, we want y values. So those are y values in our set. And so I'm going to only focus on the y values from least to greatest. So that's going to start at 0, and then 1.5, and then 2.2, and then 4.8. So now we want to draw a mapping. A mapping maps our domain values to our range values. Well, we know our domain values are 4.2, 5, and 7, and our range is 0, 1.5, 2.2, and 4.8. So we are going to use each relation coordinate to map. So our first one, 4.2, maps to 1.5. 5 maps to 2.2. 7 maps to 4.8. And then 4.2 maps to 0. So determining if it's a function is if each x value only maps to one y value, and we can see right here that 4.2 maps to more than one y value. So this is not a function because 4.2 maps to both 0 and 1.5. So we wrote our domain, our range, we had our mapping, and determined if it is a function.